Nerd Reactor, roll out.
What's up, Reactorites? John here, and let's talk about The Lodge. This is a movie that's coming out in the early 2020, and probably I think it's the first horror movie to come out. And, you know, horror fans, time to get excited. What's The Lodge about? It's a family that goes into a remote area in the mountains to, have a getaway. But, it's called The Lodge. It's a horror movie, so something terrible happens to these people, this family. So yeah, with The Lodge coming out with the bang for horror movies in 2020, I would say that this is so far this year's Hereditary or Midsummer, but Hereditary with the whole family dynamic. And you got certain things like with religion or something where people believe in something and then something bad happens. And with Hereditary, the ending is going to be one of those where you're either going to hate this movie or you're going to enjoy this movie. And I want to say throughout, it's got a great build up. It's a slow burn, and you're watching this family. And these things happening, you're not sure what's happening. So yeah, pretty much the premise is the movie starts off, Alicia Silverstone, she's in it. I haven't seen her in a while. I think the last thing I saw her was in Batman and Robin. And so it's great to see her back in a movie. And she is kind of like the ex-wife or former wife of Richard Armitage's character. And Richard Armitage, if you were the Hobbit fan, he was Thorin Oakenshield. So here he plays the father, these two kids, and also, he has moved on from Alicia Silverstone's character. He's got a new love, and it's, it kind of gets awkward. And so with the story, Richard Armitage's character and his two kids, the daughter and the son, and his new love, to go into the remote cabin, remote lodge, just to have a getaway and just to have the kids, spend some more time with this new person. And the new person is Riley Coe, who plays Grace, and she has a history, especially with religion. I think it's either Christianity or Catholicism or something where there's it's like a cult, and she's like the only survivor. As the only survivor, these things start to pop out, and you're not sure if she's being affected by her past or whatnot. And the kids are afraid of what's happening in the lodge because, it's someone new. You're not sure who she is, and she's got this mysterious past that's really dark, being the only survivor. And they're out there alone in the lodge, and weird things start to happen. And with the kids, I think the kids, they're great with the performance of being scared, but then also showing compassion for certain characters and showing certain disdain, especially for Grace. Like, they don't want her because she's like the new they don't want her to be like the new mom or stepmom or whatnot. So yeah, Jaden Martell plays Aiden. He's the son, and Jaden, he was in It. So he's a character that's done these horror movies, projects, and he's in this one, and he does a fine job with this, just being the kid and just kind of being standoffish, like, I don't know you, Grace. Just get away from me. I'm not going to help you out. I'm not going to help out with the family stuff. And just let me do my thing. And, maybe I'm going to do some creepy stuff to creep you out. And you got Leah McHugh, who plays Mia, the youngest daughter. And, she's really great at crying in this movie. And, there are kids who cry. But her is like, you really feel sad. But there is a point where, there's too much crying. So you're like, okay, let's just tone it down. A family, tragic stuff has happened to Mia, so of course she's gonna have to just feel emotional, and she's gonna need support from her family to help her. And these are tough times, and there's traumatic experiences happening in the lodge. So I think it's very effective for just her being there, because you really feel sorry for these characters. Yes, so I just want us to talk about Riley Cole. She has a standout role where you're kind of inside her mind. You're wondering whether she's going insane or not, whether she is crazy, and whether the past is coming to haunt her, especially with the whole being the sole survivor. And you're kind of rooting for her, where you're like, oh no, what's gonna happen? And hopefully things are okay. But like she goes through like different levels of emotions, and there's a lot of stuff happening to her character, and you're in it for the ride, and you're like, oh man, how's what's gonna happen to her, what's gonna happen here, what's gonna happen there. I don't want to say too much, just because you're gonna have to like watch it and find out what's gonna happen, because this movie has a lot of mystery, a lot of build up, slow burn. And for me, like, yeah, the characters, their performances, and just watching, what's going to happen next. You're intrigued. The lodge is very intriguing, and you're hooked on the movie to find out what's going to happen to the very end, if something bad is going to happen. The ending is one of those where you're either going to hate the movie, you're going to like the movie, and it's going to make you feel a certain way with certain characters, like, oh, screw this character, screw that character. So I want to bring back like Hereditary. So it's like those type of movies where it's like, should I watch it or shouldn't I watch it? And based on that, it's I enjoyed it. If you're willing to watch a movie and expect the unexpected, check it out. The Lodge. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts are, once the movie comes out, on the comments below. With that said, I'm John, and I'll see you guys next time.